Why is it important to have good structural hierarchy? The most important aspect of creating a structural hierarchy is the proper use of heading elements. Heading elements are numbered as H1, H2, H3, and so on. These numbers represent the heading level for that element. Much like a text document, you do not want to use heading levels in the incorrect order. Your H1 element is your top level heading. You will rarely have more than one of these on a page, and it should typically come before all of your content. Your H2 element is your subheading. It should always come after your H1 and might come after some introductory text. Unlike an H1 element, you can have multiple H2 elements on your page. You'll often do this to delineate different sections of content. Following the pattern, your H3 element should always come after an H2 element. That is, you should never skip directly from H1 to H3. You can, however, have multiple heading elements at the same level. For example, this code is correct. But this code would not be correct because H3 comes before H2. It may be tempting to use a specific heading element because of its styling, such as H1 for large text. Instead, you should choose the appropriate element for your document structure and use CSS to achieve the styling you'd like. Using the right hierarchy is important for accessibility. Assistive technologies like screen readers rely on the structure of a web page to determine how to parse and announce that web page to the user. Using an H3 element after an H1 might cause a screen reader user to believe they have accidentally skipped over important content due to the lack of an H2 element. Proper structure is also important for SEO. Search engines use automation to parse the content of your web page and determine when and where it should show up in results. If your structure is malformed, search engines may not be able to rank you very well in the relevant search results. Finally, depending on how incorrect your structure is, your HTML may not even be technically valid. When this happens, the web browser has to effectively guess what you meant to do, and what it guesses might not even be what you want at all. As you have learned today, there are many reasons to use the proper structural hierarchy for your page. Keep this in mind as you build new projects.